In the heart of Nazi Germany, where fear ruled and silence was survival, a 21 years old girl chose to speak the truth. Her name was Sophie Scholl, and she dared to stand against Adolf Hitler's regime, not with weapons, but with words. Sophie was born in 1921 in southern Germany to a liberal and open-minded family. Her father, Robert Scholl, was a pacifist who openly criticized the Nazis, while her mother was a devout Christian. Sophie grew up with a strong sense of justice and morality. In her youth, she was briefly involved with the Hitler Youth, not out of loyalty but curiosity. But it didn't take long for her to see the lies and violence hiding behind the slogans of patriotism. By the time she entered the University of Munich in 1942, World War II was raging across Europe. The Nazis controlled everything: newspapers, schools, churches, and even private conversations. Speaking out meant prison or death. But Sophie couldn't stay silent. She joined her older brother Hans and a few close friends in forming a secret student resistance group called the White Rose. Their mission was simple but incredibly dangerous: to wake people up, to tell the truth about the Nazis, the war, and the genocide of Jews. They wrote and printed anti-Nazi leaflets, quoting philosophers, scripture, and facts about what was happening in concentration camps. They urged people to resist, to think for themselves, and to stop blindly following orders. These leaflets were distributed at night, left in phone booths, mailboxes, and university hallways. Each leaflet could mean death, but they believed the truth was worth dying for. On February 18, 1943, Sophie and Hans were caught distributing leaflets at their university. A janitor saw them and called the Gestapo, the Nazi secret police. Within hours, they were arrested, interrogated, and beaten. But Sophie never broke. She remained calm and defiant during the trial. When asked why she did it, she responded, "Somebody, after all, had to make a start. What we wrote and said is what many people think. They just don't dare say it out loud." The Nazi judge, known for handing out death sentences like candy, wasted no time. Sophie, Hans, and their friend Christoph were sentenced to death by guillotine. They were given just a few hours to live. On February 22, 1943, only 4 days after her arrest, Sophie walked to the execution chamber with her head held high. Her final words echoed her bravery. How can we expect righteousness to prevail when there is hardly anyone willing to give themselves up individually for a righteous cause? She was only 21. After her death, Sophie became a symbol of resistance, courage, and conscience. Her story spread, and her voice, silenced by the Nazis, became louder than ever. Today, schools, streets, and awards in Germany are named after her. Her legacy reminds us that even in the darkest times, the light of one brave soul can change the world. Sophie Scholl didn't have a gun, she had truth. And in the end, truth is more powerful than tyranny. If Sophie's story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe.